In Pali, this is called Metta Meditation. Metta Meditation is about developing our emotion. As a human being, we live with emotion. We decide things a lot on emotion, with emotion. I like this flower, I don't like this flower, I like yellow color, I like red color. These are all, emotional relationships that we have with external, objects. I like chocolate flavor. I like what flavor? What's your pudding? What's the flavor you put in pita today?
Butternut scotch.
Butternut.
Scotch.
You see? There is an emotional element involved in choosing this, in liking this. Okay, they're equally nutritious, food, but in liking this. Okay, I like it, Peter. I like it. You like it, and when I like it, and when everyone likes it, you like it even more.
Absolutely. I'm not going to tell anybody how to make it.
Yes. You see, this is about emotion. When people say something nice about us, we feel very good. When people say something nasty about us, we feel bad. This is emotion. Okay, this is emotion. So we cannot run away from this as a human being, as a living being. Then what to do, how to do, how to, so that we don't suffer from our emotional habit. That is why Metta Meditation is very important. The Buddha is sitting like this, in a very calm and composed posture. That indicates two qualities. We call that, in that being unshaken by somebody insulting him, somebody angry with him. In not being shaken, number one, understand. But understanding, the intellectual understanding alone, is not enough. He would have to deal with the emotional habit as an emotional reaction that tends to return anger with anger, insult with insult, and then that is why the two qualities that you can see in this stage is one is wisdom in knowing what anger is, for example, what guilt is, what anxiety is, what worry is, what fear is, for example. These are all fear. So in understanding that's wisdom. Understanding how they arise, understanding how to overcome them. So that's wisdom. The other quality is compassion. Compassion, because he understands it, and because he has dealt with his own negative emotion. So when the Buddha sees someone reacting through negative emotion, instead of getting angry with that person, the Buddha would feel compassionate, because he would see the person as suffering from that negative emotion. But this is to turn anger into compassion. To turn negative emotion into compassion. It's about transforming. In order to do that, we need to really feel our pain and feel that in the right way. You will say, we feel the pain, we feel anxiety, We feel stressful. What more do we have to do? You will say, you will answer. We have to feel that properly, in the right way. In the right way means with the right attitude. If we don't feel the pain, our pain in the right attitude, for example, fear, anxiety, if we don't feel them in the right way, we personalize them. Oh, I am the only one with this fear. Everyone else is okay. When you sit here in this meditation hall having pain, then you think you are the only one having pain and everyone else is fine, no pain. Look, they are all very, very, stable, quiet, calm. Why me? You see, what follows is why me? You ask the question, why me? That's the sign of personalizing. If you look at the pain that way, the pain only increases. Only increases. If you have a lot to do at work, you're very busy, and if you think that, okay, in this office I'm the busiest person, everyone else, okay, has a good time, has an easy time. The moment, okay, that thought sets in, your stress doubles, because you are looking at it, okay, in a very personalized way. The heart of the Buddhist approach is called anatta in Pali. Anatta means non-personalizing. Okay, you personalize it. Oh, why people get angry with me all the time? We can ask. Because we don't see that other people are getting angry with other people. Someone else is getting, somebody is getting angry with somebody else. We just don't see. When we don't see, we think we are the only one who receives anger and irritating treatment from people. That is why this meditation is very important. To feel the pain and transform that pain into compassion. Compassion has a lot of energy. The mother doesn't give up on her child. Okay, it takes a long, long time to teach a child to write, to behave properly in front of people, to wash his clothes, and to iron them. It takes many, many years for the child to learn that. But the mother, wouldn't give up. Why? Because the mother has love, has compassion. Okay, that compassion is an energy. That with that compassion, you're ever more determined. Okay, to help somebody. If a child throws things away, the mother will just pick it up and put that in the right place. The next time, if the boy, if her son does it again, she would just, this is the place to put, and would put that back again. Seeing the child as somebody who is still very weak physically, very weak intellectually, emotionally, and somebody who needs a lot of help, a lot of assistance. Seeing the child as being dependent on you. So those are the manifestation of compassion. But when you stop seeing your son that way, okay, now he is grown up. When you start seeing that, you actually lose your patience, you lose your determination. You don't do you're not as determined, as patient as your animal, because the attitude has changed. But the Buddha is saying that emotional behavior is related to the way we see things, our perception. In Pali we call them Samma Ditti and Samma Sankappa. They are the right. They are about looking at things properly, looking at things and not creating problem, not creating suffering when we see things. And this Metta meditation has two parts. One is to feel the pain, to feel in a way that would set you on the path of releasing, from that pain. We shall see, how focusing on your pain and other people's pain doesn't become a problem. It doesn't burden your heart. Somebody can ask, you can ask, are you not going to be affected by focusing on somebody else's problem? If somebody has a lot of negative attitude and you look at them, may you be free from this negative attitude. To do this meditation, are you not going to be affected by that person's negative attitude? You can ask. It's not a miracle that Metta Meditation teaches us how to share pain. When we learn how to share, actually the pain is not affecting us. Instead, it helps us to reduce our pain, our own pain. So this is a very important point. So number one is to access the pain, to feel that, to accept that, to recognize that, and then to turn that into compassion, source of compassion. Second one is to rejoice in something good that you have, something positive that you have. Maybe good health, good job, good friends, understanding family. To think about them and to rejoice in having them, in being fortunate enough to have them. Is it your study? Is it your research? Is it your work? Something that you feel proud of, that brings you happiness, peace of mind. You also need to access this, because you have worked so hard, to achieve them. But once you have achieved them, you just ignore them. Emotionally, you don't revisit them. You don't spend appropriate time, rejoicing, in what you have. As a result, the mind is not, for most people, the mind is not used to. The mind hasn't got the ability to access our own joy. We have a lot to rejoice in. for many people it's very difficult to feel joyous. Why? Because they cannot access the reservoir of joy that they have. That is why this meditation is about recognizing the pain and recognizing the joy. There is pain, there is joy. First, it's yourself. You're going to focus on yourself. What causes you pain? Okay. Not by suppressing or ignoring the pain that you have. That is good, that you're going to overcome it. But by facing it intellectually, emotionally, mindfully, by facing it, by accepting it, by going through the pain mindfully. If there's anxiety, just look at that anxiety. For the last week, I think I went to bed a little bit late and had maybe spent too much on the computing. I can see it is affecting my voice again. So I can look at this and is the pain. Is the pain physical pain? It can also be emotional pain. I can look at that. I can do this metta for myself. May I be free from this pain. So what you have pain, just try to look at one pain, on something negative or that you think can be problem you feel anxious about. Choose one, and may I be free from this pain. If it is a problem, if it is a study problem, may I be free from this problem. You have anxiety about something, so may I be free from this anxiety. Facing the situation in your mind, facing that anxiety, accepting that anxiety, recognizing that anxiety, visualize the situation, and may I be free from this anxiety. Repeat it a few times until your mind becomes calm and concentrated. There's something about pain. What about joy? Something joyous. All of us, we have enough condition to be joyous. But are we joyous? Are we happy? Very happy. Most people will have to do something exciting, something magical, to feel happiness, because they cannot feel happiness anymore in non-exciting situation. Just by looking and breathing in and out, they feel bored and they can't be happy. Without excitement, the mind is not able to access happiness anymore. So happiness for them is happiness is associated with excitement. You have had many good things. You have done your study, you have got a job, you're relatively healthy, good friends. You have many things that are going on well in your life. So during this meditation, you're going to focus on one of them, and you're going to wish yourself, may this, for example, if you have good health, may my good health continue. May I continue to be healthy, something like that. If you choose to focus on the joy of helping other people, in the hospital, for example, you look at yourself giving, treatment, giving joy to other people, and you simply tell yourself, may I continue to do this? May I be able to do this more? If you are rejoicing in seeing your patient recovering, okay, may I be able to do this more, to offer this assistance more, like that. So first is yourself, second is members of your family. You go around everyone in the family one by one, trying to look at their weakness as well as their strong point. One weakness, you will be trying to turn that weakness, the weak point, into compassion. And a strong point, you're going to rejoice in that. Usually, we don't take notice of the good point of our family members. We only see, what they can't do. I expect you to do this, and you don't do this. I want you to have this, and you don't have it. I want you to be like this, and you are not. And when we only focus on something they haven't got right then, or they have got that, we feel ever so agitated with them. So agitated with them. Your family may have done many things for you. You forget all what has been done before, because you focus only on what is missing rather than what is there. So joy is about focusing on what is there instead of what is missing, instead of what is absent. So first for you, second for yourself. First is for you, second is for your family. Your family, family members, their weak points and strong points may not be the same. So you're going to individualize them. You're going to individualize them. Someone may have fear, and you relate to that fear, and may you be free from this fear. But someone may have a business problem, then you're trying to relate to that. Okay, may you overcome this problem. Or someone may have a character problem, and then you're trying to relate to that, and may you be free from this problem. Like that. You got to relate to everyone individually. This is about making friends with pain. Usually we don't like pain. We are not comfortable with pain. Okay, we feel so tense, so pressurized when there is pain. So this is about making friends with it. So when you are a friend with somebody, you are relaxed. You feel secure. You feel secure. So this is about turning not just the emotional well-being from being negative to positive, but also to turn the attitude around that issue as well. So first yourself, second members of your family. The third one is a friend. Trying to choose one or two friends and trying to relate to them. And the fourth one is a neutral person. Neutral person. A person you know but you don't have strong emotional relationship with. Maybe somebody you meet in a newspaper show, in a news agent, on the bus. Maybe your bus driver. Something like that. You will find that it's more difficult, it's more challenging to relate to their pain and joy. It's a lot more difficult than relating to your friends, because you don't know them personally. But unless you can relate to the people you know less, okay, unless you can relate to their pain and joy, your compassion will only be focusing on the people you know. That means the development of compassion is not really progressing. When we are so obsessed with ourselves, with our family, we cannot dig out all the negative emotion that lies deep there in our heart. When we cannot do that, when we don't have our way, we will feel frustrated. Frustration is still there. In trying to relate to strangers and later to the people we don't like, this is about treating our own emotion, treating anger, treating frustration, treating fear, about overcoming them, okay, within our heart. Actually, our family member, your family members are the first to benefit from this. If you can't do this, they are the first to suffer, because you know them, you are close to them. So if you are angry, you will take out on them. They are the first, okay, to receive to bear the brunt of it, to bear the brunt of your emotion outburst. That is why sometimes you will find it difficult to work on members of your family, to do this metta on members of your family. So yourself, number one. Number two, everyone in the family. Number three, your friends. Number four, neutral person. Number five, okay, another one. Choose one person that you don't like, and try to connect with that person's pain. This is a lot more challenging. And try also to relate to that person's joy. If you can't do that, you just come back to yourself, okay? But at least you should try. Someone who agitates you, he has his own pain. If you can unlock that pain, unlock your heart, okay? Open your heart to that pain, to his pain. You won't be agitated anymore, or you will be agitated less. To access his pain and joy. So 5 stages. Any question before we begin? I would like to, after this we are going to have a short break and then we come back for sitting. So any question? Yes, Sachin.
Saying I want to be free from the frustration or free from the pain, because the pain, it doesn't go away. So
you can choose either of them. Pain is physical, frustration is mental. Pain is physical, pain, frustration is. And the next round you can do the other one. When you do that, first is to visualize yourself having this pain. When you walk, when you sit, when you drive, how uncomfortable, inconvenient you are. Look at yourself, okay, revisit yourself, visualize yourself in that situation. And if you want to focus on frustration, focus on, okay, how frustrated you are. Okay, walking up and down, sitting, or lifting things in any posture that you feel frustrated. Try to relate to that frustration within your heart. And then, may I be free from this frustration. In doing that, number one, you are accepting it, you're acknowledging it. Okay, you're giving proper attention to that. Number two, you're acknowledging human instinct that we want to be free from pain.
Okay. And when it comes to neutral people, like you said, the bus driver or someone that works in the shop, because I don't know them, I don't know what to. Often I find I don't know what to, what to relate to in them. So could you pick something general then, or because you don't, I don't know them, so I don't know what's good in their life and what's bad in their life.
This is about being specific, being individualized. Okay, moving from being individualized to something common. Okay, common pain. First, your family. Okay, although they're still individual, but you're sharing the pain. That means the sharing itself, makes the pain more common.